What is up, everyone? It's Adam or yadaddyaddie, and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be my first Madden 22 mini scheme of the year. I'm psyched to be back. As you can see, my setup's a little bit different because I'm recording on a webcam and on my new PC. So let's just hop right into it. I'm going to give you guys my entry level kind of like starting mini scheme for the year. I'm still feeling the game out a little bit, but the formation you want to go to is a slot offset. And now this scheme was so good last year, and obviously the zones are a little bit different this year. Even though the game mostly feels the same on current gen, I do not have the game on new gen, so I don't have it on PS5 just because I couldn't get my hands on one. But probably for the next Madden I will. Basically, if you have speed at the wide receiver position, this game is going to be so deadly. So it depends if you're playing online head-to-head or if you're playing Ultimate Team. If you have a lot of speed, you're going to just destroy kids with this scheme. And these are my audibles. I have posts, inside zone, PA bubble, and PA post shot. Now, every time you hop into this scheme, you want to select a play level sail. This is a great conceptual spacing kind of play that's very safe, and you can just have it in your back pocket. I highly recommend you select it when you use this mini scheme. Roto against a normal cover 2 sink. I'm in nickel 245, and basically we have the whole field to work with. So what we're going to do is just destroy cover 2 in the middle of the field. Obviously, Tyreek Hill is kind of unfair because he's so fast, but if you have a decent speed wide receiver, it's going to have the same results. So don't be like, oh, you're using the Chiefs. The only reason it's working is because of Tyreek Hill. You can use a lot of receivers and get the same results as long as you're not against like a 99 secondary like a Ramsey or a Gilmore, where you're just going after him. It's obviously unrealistic, but here we go. First thing we can do is select to play posts. Tyreek Hill is just going to destroy them in between the safeties, and what you have already set up for you is that Travis Kelce corner route. So let's say you don't have a quarterback who can put people on corners. You can just snap it just like this, and just like he's already in the zone because I was playing around with this, and this is just an easy touchdown. Now, let's say this guy was like a 77 overall with like 70 speed. Obviously, he's not going to be as open, but the zones in this game, there'll be a hole there. What you also have, besides Tyreek Hill wide open, is a high to low along the sidelines, and Mecole Hardman, he's pretty fast too. So that's what I'm saying. If you use the Chiefs, you have so much speed, and you can just wreck kids. So that's like an easy completion as well. Let's say they're playing like over the top. You can hit triangle for an easy check down, but in this cover 2 sink, I think they're in a soft squat or they're in like a hard flat. So I'm just going to go to Mecole Hardman. But yeah, you have plenty of options. And what I highly recommend you do is you go to Tyreek Hill. You also have this kind of like post pattern from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. So if you need guys in the middle of the field, does an unnecessary spin move. If you need some yards in the middle of the field, you can go to him. Yeah, so basically this play does the trick. I can try to go to Travis Kelce, but there's no one really there, so I'm just going to go to Tyreek Hill. That's not open, so I'm not going to force it. That's a little bit risky. You can get some of those completions, but I'm not trying to throw 50-50 balls in the air in this game. I'm trying to drive the field and score guaranteed. Now, what you can also do is you can go to this play, which is PA post, and I can put Travis Kelce on a corner route, or you can do a smart routed out route if you don't have that ability to put him on corners. And when you snap it, you'll see that you're going to get the same kind of feel to the play, and it's going to be Tyreek Hill again. But this play will come in handy. He has so much speed. This one, I would recommend running the post one over this play just because it's more open. But if you want a different look, let's say you want the play action, it's a pretty play to call. So see that play action, maybe they think it's a different play, but really you're just going after the cover 2 again, right in between for a touchdown. So really Madden's like a game of chess, to be honest. When you're playing really good opponents, your defenders are going to be, the people on defense are going to be messing with you a little bit. They're going to be like, all right, I'm going to disguise this defense thinking you're going to call a different play. So you have something that beats the defense in the same way, but it looks different with the play action. So that's basically what I'm trying to say if I was rambling a little bit. But yeah, this one helps that you have Tyreek Hill because he's just so fast. But if you put Mecole Hardman there, you'll get the same results. So there's another cover 2 beater. Let's do another one. This one's actually a little interesting. PA bubble this year is different. You'll see right away. If I throw it like normal, I'm aiming the stick to left. See how he like speed boosts up a little bit? It's not like last year where he would catch it kind of more laterally. He just goes straight, and he has like so much speed. So if you aim it like this, he kind of like glitches this way, and you kind of get like a speed burst. So I highly recommend you abuse this against cover 2. Against different defenses, you'll get suctioned into like a tackle, which I don't like. But against cover 2, if he holds that block, you get like 10 yards. So that's also a really good play. You can also just go to your starting play, which is level sail. And the reason I like it so much, if you put triangle on a drag, it's really good just for spacing. So right here, I can just underneath of Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Let's say you need like an easy first down. It's 3rd and short. They're in a cover 2. You can hit them. If that was a hard flat, you go to Kelce. If that was over the top, you just dump it off to him. Those are just easy completions against zone. So that's cover 2 for you. So now we're going to do the same thing, level sail, and we're going to go against a cover 3 defense. Let's do nickel 245, cover 3 sky, which is very basic. A lot of people run cover 3 sky. So starting off, we're going to do the play PA post shot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to streak Travis Kelce. So the play is going to look like this. And with time, this play is a work of art. You can just set your feet and just wait for the speed to come across the field like this. And that's just a big chunk play on the sideline to McCole Hardman. This is against cover 3, so that Travis Kelce route is really kind of like a spacing type route. It's really a clear out route, unless I do something like this. If I put Clyde Edwards-Helaire on an out route, ignore that the guy moved down. Other cover 3s aren't going to do that, but conceptually, we're just trying to beat the 3 deep blues over the top. So if I distract him with a comeback and out route a corner with a guy like this, it could even be in a 5-wide formation, or it could be in this scheme right here. What we can do is we can just hit Kelce like this, boom, right up the seam, and that's a big play. Other times, let's say they're not as fast at the defensive back position, or let's say you have a really fast tight end, he's going to get even more separation, so you're going to be really stoked about that. So we're going to get a lot more yards. But basically what we're going to do, we're going to try that again. I'm just going to motion Clyde Edwards-Helaire. We're kind of drawing the defense away, and we're just going to hit him to the outside shoulder. So that's a really easy up the seam touchdown pass, especially from the red zone. But I'm going to show you the main one again, like this. You can keep the play action. You can block him. You can always dump it off in the flats if you don't like it. Let's say they're using it because it's really, he just dropped it. Sometimes you can get lucky. You can keep the play the same like this. And if I go to Travis Kelce over the top, or I can just zip it like this. Boom. See how he's wide open? Now, this isn't going to happen all the time. It's not like in past Maddens where every play is like the same AI and they anticipate the same things, but that will get open sometimes just because the play action, what it will do is when you're not using a guy on defense, the AI might like commit down a little bit, kind of like this. And see how he's like, no one's on there? I should have aimed that to the outside. That was my fault. But see how he's wide open? That's kind of what we want. You can motion Helaire out to guarantee like 30 yards with that. Or you can kind of just wait for Kelce. There we go. That's what we wanted to do. I'm surprised this didn't work earlier when I was in the lab and earlier when I was playing games, but right now it's working. So have that in your back pocket. Basically, you can make that 1-2 read when you set it up normally, and you'll have a lot of success. So I'm just going to throw this play away. I didn't mean to snap it, but let's move on to cover 4. So now we're going to select level sail like always, and cover 4 is like my favorite part about the scheme. Cover 4 quarters, you can just abuse the crap out of it, and this is why speed is so helpful. So what I'm going to do is pick PA post shot like this. I'm not going to make any adjustments. We're not putting Kelce on an out route or a corner. I'm just going to snap it, and I'm going to tell you guys how easy it is because this play literally is like man coverage deep down the field. So obviously Tyreek Hill's going to get open because he's the fastest player in the game, but you can go to him. Let's say you have a fast receiver at the square position, or you can go to the circle receiver, which is McCole Hardman. So if you're using the Chiefs, this is just going to be so deadly because you have way too much speed, and across the field in a cover 4, they're just going to get abused. So typically I treat this like man coverage deep down the field, and it's like a safe kind of defense unless you're playing against an opponent who runs these types of plays like I'm running. So this play is really good. You can even look at Travis Kelce across the field like this. He kind of got bumped, but if he didn't get bumped there, he would have had more separation. I just forced it in there because Travis Kelce is a 99. But you also have that. You also have Gray underneath. He's blocking. He's going to release. So if you just make one guy miss, which I didn't, that you're going to get a broken tackle, you can just get a first down. So you have that in your back pocket if you don't want to take a sack, but I highly recommend you abuse the crossing routes. I'm literally just aiming it straight up the field and lobbing it to Tyreek Hill. I'm not touching a button because I don't want to mess up this clip, but you can easily just click on rack catch. If for some reason they're using it, they're screwed because there's 2 deep routes. So they can't be like on one and flipping to the other. They're just too fast. So right there I got hit, but you guys get the point. He was wide open. If I'm setting my feet and throwing that, like the guy's going to catch it for 30+ yards. He's probably going to take it to the house. You can also go to posts against cover 4 quarters, which kind of looks like this. And you can kind of work a high-low with McCole Hardman on the sideline, which works out pretty well. But I'm not passing up a one-play touchdown. I'll probably just go to Tyreek Hill on the post in the middle of the field. But to be safer, I would run this play instead, PA post shot. But let's go into like a different play. Let's go to PA bubble. Against cover 4, it works pretty much the same. You still get that speed boost, but you're not going to get as much space. So you're still going to get like 5 yards, 5 to 7 yards if you run it. And I forgot to mention throughout this video, inside zone, I just have it for just a basic running play. If you're trucking forward with like a bruiser running back, or if you have a finesse running back, regardless of your offensive line, if they're not jumping the gap or sending any crazy pressure, very like basic running play that I just like to have, because I don't want to be stuck with 5 passing plays counting the one that I selected. So this is against cover 4 quarters. It works really well. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Lastly, we're going against man coverage, so I'm just going to do cover 2 man most likely. So it's going to look like this. They're pressing. You guys know this from like past Maddens. I always like to run fades and just aim it to the outside. Tyreek Hill's won it to the inside, but really what I do is I like watch the AI's animation at the line of scrimmage. If he's getting angled to the inside, I don't really throw it, but since Tyreek Hill's so fast, I throw it. See how he just does the same animation? So let's just start off with level sail. Put triangle on a drag. You just have a lot of winning matchups. You have linebackers, you have tight ends, you have a lot of guys who can just win at the line of scrimmage. That was kind of a tight throw. That was pretty good coverage, but I would recommend throwing to a guy across the middle of the field like this. So let's say once things clear out, if I step my feet in fire, I can go to Hardman, who can like catch it and then just take off. I can also go underneath to Tyreek Hill on like a little drag. You realize that Clyde Edwards-Helaire can get the outside corner. Let's say he has speed. I think a safety's on him, so wouldn't be ideal. But if there's a linebacker on him, that kind of man coverage, I would go to him. But yeah, basically my number one rule is if you go in the middle of the field, it's great yards after the catch, but you just got to keep your head up. You can't be taking huge hits. So what I like to do is just not run straight into a freaking Jamal Adams. You just got to be very careful and just like angle yourself so they can't and they won't just one-shot you and just hit stick you. So just be very careful of that, but that works really well. PA post shot's really good. If it was cover 1 robber, this would be a 1-play touchdown, but since there's 2 deep blues, I would put Kelsey like this, and I would just hit Hardman over here before he gets to the safeties, before they can pick the ball up or before I can take a big hit. So I'm kind of working underneath. I can also wait for Tyreek Hill. So if I wanted to do this, I would go to Tyreek Hill for a 1-play touchdown. I have to wait, and just fire it like a freaking beast in between the safeties like that. So Mahomes and Tyreek Hill, this play looks easier said than done. You might have some difficulty if your quarterback doesn't have the arm strength, but I'm just letting you guys know that it is possible. So let's say I get rid of Hardman. I'm just trying to sell on the fly. If I get rid of Hardman in the middle of the field and it's just Tyreek Hill, you have more space to run this, and if you have a really good quarterback, bang, just like that. So this is against cover 2 man. Similar concept as cover 2. It's you're just spreading the middle of the field open for you, and you're just attacking it with a deep post. This post route, same thing. It just does it for you. But I highly recommend going underneath the Clyde Edwards-Helaire like this. Against man coverage, that's a huge play. You get a really nice mismatch, and your guy can just fly. So if you have a Kamara, McCaffrey, this is a really good play to run. I guess you have that Texas route with the running back. You can also go to Hardman if he has outside leverage, which he does, and you put it on the bucket. If he's having a hard time getting separation, let's say they keep him to the inside, I would not throw that ball. It's kind of, those corner routes are kind of risky. It's like, you can complete them, right, like this, but sometimes they undercut it, and it's just not ideal. It's not like in past Maddens where corner routes were so broken. Against man coverage, they're kind of 50-50 at times, so I kind of avoid them. The only reason I went to Hardman is look the way they're lined up and see how he released like that. Knowing his speed, and that guy just got pick played. Knowing his speed, you can get him, but just that shouldn't be your number 1 read. It's very situational, so don't lock your eyes on it and force it. So I highly recommend, if you're running PA bubble, you don't know it's man coverage, and when you snap it, I highly recommend you just run it to Helaire and just like take the couple yards or just watch the play, because it's not worth firing it in there. In past Maddens, you could do it. Like right here, let's see if I throw it. Really close. Like that's not worth whatsoever. In past Maddens, you can do it, but it's not worth the reward. So I would stick to sales, I would stick to post shot, and I would stick to post, and you'll have some good success. So I hope you guys enjoyed this mini scheme. I hope you guys enjoyed this type of video. It's more of a ranting video, more of a talking video with less cuts, but I hope you guys implement this into your games, win a bunch of games, and just dot up your opponent when they run cover 2, cover 3, or cover 4 quarters. I'll have more mini scheme videos coming soon, but this is a great basic mini scheme to start the year that you can run with ease against kind of middle level players. Once you start leveling up your account, once you start getting matched with good players, I'll have more specific mini schemes that will go against people who make lots of adjustments. Right now to start the year, you'll win a lot of games running this, not to mention all the running plays in this formation that I didn't even talk about that are really good. So if you listen to these videos, you'll have a great balanced attack. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the support. Peace out.